walked up the back alley and found a comfortable spot to watch the artist again, just to sit there gazing as she mixed colours with that French coffee in her hand. I used to have dreams of modelling for her, real dreams, the kind you wake up sweating and have to sit at the table for a whole hour trying to get your feet back onto the floor and your head back into some kind of equilibrium just to get unconscious again and sleep till a more godly hour. Some folks glide through the night like figure skaters, but I was always prone to fits and starts, like a flea-bitten dog in a doorway, always something waiting to wake you up, turn you out, roll you over, do you in and shake you down for kicks. I headed down the street to find somewhere to rest up and think things over. As usual, there was no way to go back and fix things. The question was if anything was actually broken in the first place. This seemed a far more sensible route of inquiry, if only because it was easier to get lost. When I looked around and caught people's eyes, they seemed to be on my side. I appreciated this, but if nothing was broken, there could be no sides either, so I would have to screw up the courage and let that go and never darken its door again for a while. I wondered if changing tables might help matters, but it felt like you needed a good reason for that kind of thing. I could spill my tea, but that seemed unduly violent. The more I thought about it, the more impossible it became. I moved it to the edge of the table and prepared to sneeze and throw my arms out, but if it didn't spill on the table, there'd be no need to move. Just pushing it off was no good. There were way too many free tables in this place. One would have been perfect, but this was democracy gone mad. Suddenly there was a clatter beside me, and the table to my right was covered in coffee. The man apologised profusely, and the owner wiped it up and brought him a fresh cup to his new seat beside the window. I looked at him and shook my head. Oh, he was smooth all right, and there were many like him in this town. The thing with this whole gig is, no matter where you are, you're standing at point zero. East cancels west, up cancels down, under cancels over, inside cancels outside, the past cancels out the future, and the future cancels the past. It's just a big blank canvas until we paint ourselves into the picture, all fury and abandon, and bedazzle ourselves so completely we lose sight of the frame and forget we could make a new one every day. If it keeps on raining like this, I'm going to go out anyway, just so I can come back home again. I could have come back home already if I'd not been hanging around thinking about it so much. My shoes would be almost dry by now, and I'd be ready to go out again. I don't really care for the rain, but I like all the bits in between. Holes in the fence, cracks in the sky, the gaps between trees in the forest, the silence in the booming drum, the thudding heart, the rampant clock, the incessant waves pounding down on ancient rock, freeing it grain by grain from its enchanted slumber. A mercy beat between breaths, defined only by what surrounds it, big enough to hide a man, small enough to hold him, weaving space into the fabric and stopping everything happening all at once. It's a place to be, a place to find your shimmy.